Good morning. Thank you for selecting You Don't Know Jack as your morning source for news and entertainment. It's never too early to hear a good fart joke. So, how many people will be playing? Just one player? I mean, great. Only one player. Is this your first time riding with us? Ah, yes, they always come back. Please type in your name. Wonderful, thanks. Remember to be all you can be. Again, welcome to the ride, and I'll see you at the bottom.
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide. This episode of You Don't Know Jack the Ride is sponsored by Inoffensive Eddie's Bland Suit Emporium. Inoffensive Eddie says, if they remember you were in the room, your suit's too loud. And now, here's your host, Cookie.
Nice to see you. Welcome to the game. Now, as we're entering the political arena, let's see some mudslinging out there. Oh, remember, do as I say. This is not a democracy. Hey, buzz into Selective Valley. We're calling this one. You can't spell politics without P-O-T. Get your buzzer finger ready. Here we go. Say you're invited to a joint session. Who's the guest of honor at this party? The president, the vice president, the speaker of the House, or a foreign dignitary? A joint session of Congress brings the House and Senate together to hear the president make a speech. So the president might speak, but he doesn't inhale. Okay, here's your category. In politics, you must lie like a cheap rug. You know, back when Washington and Jefferson were president, men wore those silly wigs. And Bill Clinton's haircut is always a hard news item, so I was thinking, if Bill Clinton wore the last wig president on his head, with what dashing new look could he impress the ladies? His mane of Monroe. It's just about the only way for people to notice Millard Fillmore. The thing is, if you notice that it's a wig, etiquette says you're supposed to act as if you're a member of the Know-Nothing Party. Alright, but the category is the Capitol Dome sprang a leak. What do we got here? 3,200 and change? Alright, let's do it. If it begins raining cats and dogs in the Capitol, from what will the lawmakers have to protect themselves? Temps, lobbyists, reporters, or leftover bills? Damn cat and dog lobbyists, they ought to be spayed. In case you're wondering, annoying leftover or stray bills that deal with minor issues are called cats and dogs. But having all those cats and dogs around really covers up the everyday stink of corruption. Alright, hey, you can live on that. Here's your category. He'd make Jesse Helms look like a liberal black woman. Hey, you know how on the Dukes of Hazzard, Boss Hogg is a crooked politician and Roscoe P. Coltrane is a corrupt sheriff? Well, say Boss Hogg runs for president with Roscoe as his running mate. According to the 12th Amendment, what will be true? Bo and Luke couldn't run against them, Roscoe wouldn't have to be a U.S. citizen, Boss Hogg would have to be old and white, or electoral voters couldn't vote for them both. The 12th Amendment states that if the president and vice president are from the same state, then electoral voters in that state can't vote for both of them. What? You want a joke? You think the Constitution is supposed to be funny? Alright,
bingo.
If you're a liar and need a job, consider politics. So L-I-A-R-S, 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 or sign up for law school. Oh.
Welcome to Liars! Remember to buzz in on the first letter of the answer you have in mind. If you get all 5 letters, you win the cash. Here we go. Blood-sucking parasite. That sucks. A bastard child is blank. Illegitimate. Oscar the Grouch's pet worm. Slimy. Mr. Prince Crime. Did you cheat? Just one more letter, go get it! Full of awe. Tubular pasta blanketoni. Greg! Kabam! Liars! Can you say bonus? All right, there it is. Let's keep moving. Okay, give it up, Ford. Always a bridesmaid, never the president. Here's the question. Who died and made the president pro tempore boss of the country? The president, the vice president, the speaker of the House, or all of the above? The president pro tempore backs up the VP as head of the Senate. He's third in line for the presidency following the vice president and the speaker of the House. But don't think he doesn't have a plan for redecorating the executive washroom just in case. Hit your buzzer to... This one's called... Bring a sweater, it's gonna be a Cold War. Let's get going. If the arms race had been decided by racing arms, the United States could have won by any of these margins except which? A humerus, a radius, a tibia, or an ulna. The radius is one of the bones in your forearms. Oh gee, it would be pretty cool having forearms. I could hold a lot of, stuff. Here's the one you wanted. The tibia is part of the leg, which we used to kick the Soviets' ass. Yeah! You're next, China! Now select the highest value. Your category is... Swift justice in the food court. Now everyone knows about the famous landmark Supreme Court abortion rights case Roe v. Wade, right? Well, imagine a second Roe v. Wade case reaches the U.S. Supreme Court. What landmark issue could the case be about? Waterfowl jurisdiction? Fish eggs? Roe is another name for fish eggs.
Your Honors, I would attempt to show that my client, as god-awful tasting as he is, deserves the same rights as the rest of us.
Okay, hit your buzzer. Oh, nice picking. Oh, get out of here! It's time for a dis or dat question. The category for this dis or dat is... You win some, you loser. Okay, I'm gonna read off the names of 7 guys, and for each one I want you to tell me if he won a presidential election, lost a presidential election, or both. You're gonna get some money for each right answer, and you lose cash for a wrong answer or any you don't get to. Okay, you got 30 seconds to nail all 7. And here we go. Clinton, one lost to Bush! Perot! Reagan! Carter! Ford! Only one wrong. Pretty damn good, cowboy. Let's toss that into your total. That's what your current score looks like. Let's keep going. Hit your buzzer. Well, there you go. Here's your category. Built like a brick millhouse. You know how Richard Milhous Nixon said, "I am not a crook," when in fact he was as crooked as they come? Well, what transparent lie could Milhouse from The Simpsons tell the American people? I am not Homer Simpson's drinking buddy. I am not Chief Wiggum's son. I am not Bart Simpson's sidekick. Or, I am not a cashier at the Quickie Mart. Now write it on the chalkboard 100 times. Thing is, I always thought Milhouse looked like Kissinger. I mean, with the big nose, the glasses, you know. All right, it's still... That ain't chump change. All right, let's see what we got. Over-the-counter culture. Okay, get out your little round glasses and your tie-dyes because I've got a little counterculture phrase for you to figure out. Turn on, blank blank, and drop out. All right, which of the following completes this quote? Turn on, tune in, and drop out was ex-Harvard professor Timothy Leary's slogan in the 60s. And then at his death in 1996, Leary urged internet users to log on and sit in while he dropped out. Hey, bud, coming up. Color Me Impeached. You know how the book Primary Colors tries to pass as fiction even though it's obviously a satire of Bill Clinton's primary campaign? Well, if the thinly veiled characters in Primary Colors had been named for the 3 primary colors used in video imaging, who would not have been included? President Red, Secretary of State Blue. Now, most senators aren't green, they're gray and wrinkly. The correct answer is, though artists include yellow in the primary color palette, video imaging uses red, blue, and green as the 3 primary colors. But considering all the bad press, the fictional president's primary colors are black and blue. My fellow Americans, I cannot tell a lie, but I can give you this clue. The land of milk and alphabets. Hey, look at this. If I turn the bowl slightly, I can spell dumbass. Okay, here we go. Let's see your final score. There it is.
One is for the heartache.
If you've ever been in love.
2 is for the tears.
Or just had to do your taxes.
I'm itemizing the deductions you've taken through the years.
This album is for you.
I've got more than $400 of interest in you. Then I showed her my long form check here.
As sweet as your first kiss.
If you would like $1 of your love.
And as painful as your first audit.
To go to my election campaign.
Tax Cuts, the new album by Darren Fick. In stores now.
You should take another deduction for being blind to my love.
I must have seen Mortgage 50 times already, and I'm back for more.
I've never personally dealt with the pain of a foreclosure, but up there on stage with the...
Hey, Bob. What are you doing sitting at your computer?
If you're looking for an alternative to alternative, check out the new album from White Noise, Static. Rolling Stone calls it a triumph in nihilism. Billboard says it's a sound that can be found on the radio between, well, just about everything. Static features the title track, Static. Turn that crap down. Something's wrong with the receiver. And the live version of Feedback. Static. We don't care if you get it or not.
A wise man once said, "Give a man a fish, feed him for a day.